So if you don't want to be super successful with Airbnb, I suggest you stop watching the video right now. But if you do want to have success, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you 5 simple things that you need to do. If you do these things, then it's going to give you a great foundation for how you have success with Airbnb, but not just as a beginner, even if you believe you're a pro already. I'm going to tell you right now what those 5 things are, and then I'll get into detail about each one. First thing is budgeting, getting and staying out of debt. Third thing is cultivating quality relationships. Fourth thing is saving and investing, how to do that properly with Airbnb. And then the 5th thing is practicing generosity. Now, all those things that I just mentioned to you, you may think you know what exactly they are, but I promise you it's going to open up a whole nother world as to how we think about doing this as Airbnb millionaires. So first thing, budgeting. From a budgeting perspective, how do you pick up Airbnbs on a budget? So if you're a beginner, you want to consider how to pick up places and how to furnish places on a budget. So if you're on a shoestring budget to get started, well, first of all, Airbnb, you don't have to go out and buy properties. The way we do it is you just lease the properties. So you're going to lease, and when you lease, you're going to pay first month's rent and security deposit. Simple, right? And depending on what area you're in, the first month's rent is going to be different for every place. So if you get a 5-bedroom and you're on a budget, and then just go down to a 1-bedroom, right? If you're on a budget and you can't afford a 5-bedroom, just get a 1-bedroom, right? And start there. Furnishing on a budget. If you do this properly, you can furnish a place no more than $300 to $400 a room, right? You're not going out and buying everything brand new, but there are some things that you definitely want to have that are brand new. Now, if you think you're a pro, if you're really looking to go to the next level where you want to generate 6 and 7 figures with Airbnb, don't be shopping around at Goodwills and doing that type of stuff. You still want to be frugal, but you want to be ordering your stuff. And you also want to have a team that's set up, that has the ability to do setups. Considering yourself a pro, if you already have some experience and you're really looking to get to that level where you're generating 6 or 7 figures like myself, my students, my kids, then you're not wasting time on things that you could spend. You could pay someone $5, $10, $15 an hour to do, which is setups, right? You want your time spent on the things where you're able to make $100, $200, $300 an hour doing. And that's what's going to take you to the next level. Second thing, getting and staying out of debt. So getting and staying out of debt is really about formula. So one of the things that we do when it comes to picking up Airbnbs and doing it right is we do it based on a formula. What's the formula? The formula is the rent that you're going to be paying. You want to make sure that that place is always going to be generating at least 2 to 3 times what you're paying in rent. When you do that, now you are operating at a profit and you're not paying rent out of your pocket. That's technically debt, even though you didn't go and borrow from someone. It's debt. It's a liability. Beginner. And if you are pro and you're really looking, or you think you're a pro and you're really looking to get to the next level, 6, 7 figures, well, you got to do it fast. You can't be thinking about picking up a place one every 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 months. You should be picking up places 1, 2, 3 every month. Then you're going to have the ability to start adding to your cash flow $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 a month. That's how we do it, right? And what's the key to that? Getting the right funding. So cultivating quality relationships, number 3, for the beginner, landlords are the key. Realtors are the key. Property managers, they're the key. If you have a great relationship with your landlord, with a realtor, with a property management company, that relationship could be worth hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars for you. Why? Because if you do what you say you're going to do, then what they're going to see is that Airbnb business that you're running is one of the best things that ever happened to them. Why? Because remember, you're a professional, right? So that place, and you're going to be hosting people. So you're going to have professionals taking care of the place. The place is always going to look nice. It's always going to smell good. It's always going to have quality people come in and out. They're not going to have any drama. You're going to be taking care of the minor maintenance things, and they're going to be loving life. Our landlords, they have the same experience. And you know what they do? They give us everything they got. That's the same thing that's going to happen to you. He'll give you everything he's got. For those of you who believe you're pros, it's not just about going slow, but it's about going fast. Well, your relationships, should be with your landlords, your realtors, your property management companies, but your relationship should also be with your bank or your funding sources and your team. So your funding sources, you want to have the ability, as you are adding 2 and 3 a month, even though it's only first month's rent and security deposit, you still want the funds to do that at least for your first 6 months. Because after your first 6 months, you won't need any funding anymore. Why? Because you'll have so much cash flow coming off of those things. Now it'll just be coming from cash flow. The growth of your portfolio, you'll be able to get 3, 4, 5 a month just from cash flow. Number 4, saving and investing. Most people think about saving and investing the way the poor or the middle class think, not like the wealthy. The way the poor or the middle class think is they want to save for a rainy day, or they want to save so that they can, in 30 years, retire. So saving and investing when it comes to Airbnb is different. All you're going to do is think like the wealthy. How do the wealthy think about saving and investing? When it comes to money, the purposes of money is for making more money. With all the cash flow that's coming from your Airbnb, in the beginning, not after it gets really, really big, in the beginning, take that cash flow and reinvest it into more places. That money is going to start making more money. You're on your way to getting rich and begin building wealth. Number 5, practicing generosity. And how do you practice generosity when it comes to this? Share. Share with others what you did and how you're doing it. Don't be shy in sharing what you're doing. Let people know once you start having success, because then they're going to see that it is possible. I've grown the most is in helping people. Like when I teach and train people, I learn even more about my business and what the true possibilities are. That's how I've generated millions and millions of dollars by just sharing and practicing generosity. And when you do that, the people that you're sharing with, they're going to see the possibilities. They're going to ask for your help. Then help them. They're going to want to reward you and start paying you. And that's a whole nother world when you start coaching and mentoring. But practicing generosity. And so if you follow those 5 steps, I guarantee you that you will have the success that you're looking for. I guarantee you will avoid the Airbnb poverty that most people have. But more importantly, I guarantee you that the vision that God's given you for your life and your family, the vision for building legacy, the vision for breaking generational cycles, the vision for building generational wealth, I guarantee you that you'll be well on your way to accomplishing it. It's worked for me, it's worked for my kids, and it's worked for thousands of others that I've helped. So I hope that was helpful. And if it was, first of all, subscribe to the channel. That's the way our channel grows. It allows me to see that you're appreciating the information that I'm sharing, that it is helping, and it inspires me to get better and do more. So subscribe to the channel. Also, go ahead and put a comment in. I love to see your comments. I'm going to give you the opportunity to hang out with me for 4 days for free. Well, here's the catch. There is no catch. I just said practicing generosity. I practice what I preach. So for 4 days, I do a family financial freedom challenge, an Airbnb mastery event, and it's a live Zoom where I'll spend 4 days, 2 hours a day, just going through the basics of how this stuff works and the advanced level tactic of how this works. Depending on where you are you just a beginner or do you believe you're a pro? Do you feel like you're a pro in business? Do you feel like you're a pro in real estate? Then if you're a pro, I'm going to be showing you some really advanced level things that allow you where you can implement and begin getting results immediately. The reason I'm going to spend 4 days with people and not have them pay me, because I get paid $5,000 an hour to consult. That's what I get paid. But I'm doing 4 days, 2 hours a day. That's 8 hours. $5,000 an hour, that's $40,000 worth of my time I'm giving you. Why am I giving you that? Because I'm practicing generosity to change your life and your family's life forever. When by the time you're done with that challenge, you'll be able to take everything that I gave you and run with it. If you'd like to join us, if you're serious about changing your life and your family's life, you want to have family financial freedom fast and forever, then join us on the challenge. In fact, inside the description, there's going to be a link in there, and just click on the link and spend a couple minutes with me before the challenge so that I can get to meet you, and then I'll give you the link to the challenge. With that said, again, prayerfully, this was a blessing. I'm looking forward to seeing you, and remember, you got this. God bless you. I'll see you on the next video.